So hello folks, David here, and as you may have noticed, within the last week we had some snow here in the UK. I'm based in Cambridge, and we didn't have as much as some parts of the country, but it was certainly an opportunity I couldn't miss. As I woke up on a Sunday morning and wondered why is it so quiet outside, and I realised as I looked outside the window it was because of the snow. What a beautiful sight it was. And I hummed and hawed about whether I should go out and paint, but I just couldn't resist. The opportunity was too good to miss, and the landscape changes so much really when you have a covering of snow, and the atmosphere and the climate completely alters the world around you. And so off I went in search of some inspiration, and the first stop was Midsummer Common, and plenty of people were out and about, of course, building snowmen and throwing snowballs, and I saw this beautiful scene of a view from Midsummer Common. I've used some artistic license to leave some things out and to embellish a few things, but generally the colours are as I saw them at the time, and that's the thing about being a painter and painting from life. The colour and the tones are much better captured by the human eye than by a camera. Cameras tend to sort of generalize things and miss things out essentially. But I was very pleased that I got out there and did some painting, met lots of nice people, and that they all appreciated what I was doing, so that was great. And so this is a video which is capturing the first painting I did, and at the end of the video I'll show you the finished results. I did the second painting over on Jesus Common as well, and I didn't get a video of that basically because the memory card was full up, and also the battery had run out as well. By the second painting I was well and truly frozen. It was absolutely freezing. It's not the most conducive time to paint really. It's the water of the snowflakes mixes up with the oil paint, which is what I'm painting with today in this video, and so it makes the application of the oil paint quite difficult on the board I'm painting on. And of course it's all settling on the palette of colours as well, and it's creating quite a mess essentially. I'm wrapped up warm. I got a flask of tea with me, and there's a pub not too far away which I disappear off to for some old wine, just to warm up before I get on with the second painting. And then yeah, I'll let the video roll for a little while, and then interject at certain times throughout the video, give you some explanation of what it is I'm sort of doing. My palette of colours in this painting has changed from a normal palette. I normally have something like titanium white, chrome yellow, alizarin crimson red, burnt sienna, and ultramarine blue. For this video I've altered it by changing the chrome yellow and using Naples yellow and yellow ochre as the replacements. That's basically because those are the kind of colours I saw in the landscape. I didn't see any strong yellows at all really. And so with no further ado, I shall shut up for a while and let you watch the video. So with every painting I always start on the canvas with a tonal sketch. It's a way of capturing the composition, a way of capturing the lights and darks of the scene, the tonalities. It's also a way of capturing the main focus of what the subject matter of the scene will be about, and in this case it's the landscape with the feature of the church in the distance, and also the trees which kind of frame the scene as well. I do this always in the earth colour, generally burnt sienna, burnt umber, or raw sienna, any one of those three. It's a way of sort of using a monochromatic technique to capture the tonality of the scene. So if I was to see the scene in black and white, I'd be essentially trying to capture that with the one colour essentially. I'm obviously using white spirit or turpentine as my sort of kind of water or dilutant to get these sort of lighter tones. Even with a painting on plein air like this in sort of really extreme conditions, it's beneficial for me as a painter to be able to map all these kind of things out and sort of have a good sort of starting block, as it were, to move forward from, essentially. At some point in the video you'll see me taking off one of my gloves on my sort of right hand. As cold as it is, and it was cold, believe me, I tried painting with the gloves on, but it just proves too cumbersome essentially, and in the end I'd sooner have a decent painting, or half decent painting. I'm not trying to sort of big myself up here, but I'd sooner have half decent painting and cold hands rather than rubbish painting and warm hands essentially. So off with the glove it comes, and carrying on with the painting. So as you can imagine, there's going to be a fair bit of white paint used during this landscape painting. What I often see in amateur paintings is just the sole use of white paint. A lot of amateur artists tend to consider the fact that there's so many different tones and so many different colours within the snow. The snow is actually, obviously frozen water. It's essentially, sort of reflecting everything around it. And here's another chap come to see me and see what I'm doing. It's great to have the interaction. But yeah, it's nice to have the appreciation too. So going back to the snow, it reflects everything around it essentially. So, and in an overcast day like today, we're going to have less light coming through, so we won't see as many shadows essentially. So it's got to I have to recognise that in my painting. There's very few shadows. It's a very dull day, but even so, the snow will still be reflecting the colour of the sky and the colour of the things around it as well. So, and I actually love this kind of landscape. I love this sort of the drab and melancholy sort of close tones of this kind of landscape. When we talk about close tones, we're talking about a reduced range of tones. We have the full spectrum of sort of light and dark, very much sort of much narrower spectrum of light and dark as well. So, I was actually in two minds about how to do this video. Whether to just do a fast time-lapse video and speed it all up, or to have it in its kind of raw state and sort of at the same speed. I may speed it up a little bit because it's quite a long video and it takes a long time to sort of edit these things and save them, and also to upload them to YouTube as well. It can take hours sometimes. So at some point I'll probably speed up the video just to give you a better idea of sort of, the process, and sort of speed up to the end result as well. Otherwise, in some ways it could end up a bit boring for people to watch this. So one of the common preconceptions about being an artist is how relaxing it must be to paint like this. I can assure you that this was not a relaxing situation in freezing cold like this. You can see I had to put my glove back on again. It became just so cold that my fingers were numb, and I had to do something. At the end of the day, when you're painting on plein air, it's about being practical as well, and there's no point in sort of getting ill over the painting. So I put the glove back on and somehow managed. I'm coming to the end of the painting here now, and I was fairly pleased with it, quite pleased with the outcome. And it's not long till I go on to the next painting, really, to be honest, because I'm so enthused by the experience. I mean, you just can't beat the raw, authentic and real experience of painting from real life, essentially. There's nothing can beat it. Photographs just can't touch this, really. So I hope you've enjoyed watching this video. If you'd like to see more, subscribe. Appreciate some likes as well if you do like the video. And check out my website, my Facebook, and all that other stuff. And I'll be posting some more videos soon, so keep an eye out for those. And, yeah, good luck to you all.